Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Julian with me. We've just beaten Leicester 2-0 here at the King Power Stadium. You're completely red in the face, out of breath, and that wasn't from the celebrations. What's going on?
No, well, I was apparently naughty on the way up.
No, you were in trouble. Yeah, you lied to Robbie.
I don't think the fan cam is quite the arena to be having that conversation.
Oh, I'm glad you're aware of that. I'm glad you're aware of that.
Yeah, but since I have the microphone...
No, let's talk about the game and, the celebrations.
I was red in the face because I did 2 miles in 20 minutes. Oh. Yeah, at speed, thank you. All right, onto the fan cam.
I'm sure everyone was thrilled to hear that. Let's talk about the performance. I mean, you stayed right to the end to see the 2 goals from Mikel Merino. What did you make of that towards the end of the game?
Well, it was what I expected and what I predicted.
Wait, what? You predicted him to this all to happen today, 2-0, a late minute winner by Mikel Merino?
Yeah, I think if you look at the Invincibles, then you'll see that it was myself that predicted. And it wasn't just prediction, because prediction kind of almost implies you're a clairvoyant. But I'm not a clairvoyant. For me, I've got a brain. And I can see what's obvious.
But Julian, just because you get a score prediction right.
It wasn't a score prediction. It wasn't just the score, and I actually got the score wrong because I said No, it was slightly wrong. That I said it would be 1-0. I thought it would be close. It was close. As it happens, when a team scores and the other team's been defending the whole game, they're forced to come out, and that's exactly what happened. And we got the second goal on the break. But what I predicted was Merino would be put up front, and the reason being is that he's the closest we've got to Havertz.
And that means you have a brain and no one else does.
Well, okay, I won't even say it's a brain. It was obvious to someone with any brain cells that's what Arteta, because he was left with so few options. Quite often we do these predictions of what's the starting 11 going to be. There was very little choice for Arteta to do, so he had very little options. So the option for me, I didn't think he was going to start him from the beginning, but he was going to go for the traditional start, and he basically said in his press conference that you're not going to be surprised, and we weren't surprised. But when that wasn't working, and for me, why would it work? Because Sterling hasn't worked for the whole season.
But Sterling's had an amazing career. He's a professional footballer. He's won it pretty much. He's won pretty much all of it that there is to win. So to say that, it was always obvious it was not going to work is to me quite interesting. I mean, in an Arsenal top, you may say it wouldn't have been too great, but it wasn't. I didn't think it was going to be as bad as he was today.
Yeah, but you could say Diogo Costa's had an amazing career, and he has. But I don't want to see him in an Arsenal shirt either, because his time's done. And it's the same what I would appear with Sterling as a starter. Now, what I would say is that
we're going to need him in the games in this season.
We are going to need him. He's obviously playing without confidence, but he's also got a chronic knee injury, from what I understand from my inside sources. So he cannot last 90 minutes. So he's very much an impact player.
He has a knee injury?
He's got a chronic knee injury, from what I've heard. And he was never expected to be a 90-minute guy. So we can't rely on him for that time. Now, he's playing without confidence. He's got this injury. He's not going to get the momentum that we want, but he can do a job off the bench. So who do you put in centre forward? For me, there's only one option, which is Merino, who's a big player. He's a target man. We've got 2 smaller players around. If you put 3 players all together in the front line, it's too predictable. You've only got one way of playing. So the only way to mix it up is put a big guy that can obviously find the necks. He's shown that today, and take it from there. Okay, Mr.
Brain Cells, if Mikel Merino goes down and he gets injured, what is your solution? What's the obvious solution for ones with brain cells? Because I'm questioning what he'll do.
Okay, so what you're looking at now is an extra complication. And all I can do is answer what's in front of me at the moment. And if he does go down, then I'll look at what's left and I'll work it out.
No. You did not answer the question. Yes. You didn't answer my question. I
did answer the question. I answered the question, but not in the way you wanted me to answer it.
I need an answer. If Mikel Merino goes down and we haven't got a strike and there's not a natural, obvious option with Mikel Merino, who do you go with?
I'd go with Calafiore.
Is that because the guy just said that? Or?
I didn't hear that at all. On to the next. I got that one right, didn't I? Was that what you do?
No, he did mention Calafiore's got some striking attributes, but
yeah, he has. Look, I was going to say that anyway, but
No,
thank you for the I was.
All right, let's talk about some of the other performances. I think Robbie did mention about Mars Lewis Skelly, that interception right at the end. I don't know if you saw, it's right in obviously the corner of the pitch.
Yeah.
Amazing from him. Was that a game changer? If they scored that, do you still see Arsenal winning the game?
I mean, I see everything, and anything I don't see, my dad sees, or Sky Sports sees, which I've got access to. So I did absolutely see it. What worried me about that situation was how it occurred and how Partey gave the ball away.
Yeah.
And also, it looked like, I mean, I've just done a run. Look, I'm not the fastest, but I honestly look faster than him running back. You know what, the run that I've just done.
He has just, Julian, he's just run all over the pitch for 70 minutes.
Okay.
He was everywhere, Thomas Partey. He got the ball dispossessed of me. He's not going to be able to sprint back in time. You can't say because you've done a run to the car and back that you're faster than him.
It's 2 miles, and I'm 53 years old, and I'm not saying that I could beat him in a race. I'm not, but he looked very, very slow coming back, and also defensively, he just isn't there, and that worried me. But going back to your question, let's look at the positives. The positives are it was a really, really good interception, and it was crucial because if he hadn't have done that, they would have scored. And I'm pretty certain the way that they were defending, we would have probably ended up losing the game. And then all the negativity comes back. And what also worries me is how quick people are to become negative with this team. I don't know what it's like with other teams because I've never supported any other team. Probably similar. But for me, this week since Havertz got injured, all I've heard is negativity.
Well, the fans were singing Kroenke out. There was a lot of singing of that before the game, during the game. I just want to get your thoughts now. The ownership are being very much targeted.
Yeah, look, we're second in the league. We're 4 points off the leaders.
For now, yeah.
For now, it's not done. There's no reason to get negative. The only time I get negative is when I don't see effort. And regardless of how well or how badly they play today and the tactics, one thing I don't think anyone's going to dispute is how hard the team tried to win. And I always respect that, and I'm going to go there and I'm always going to support them until I see a lack of effort. And I've got no issues up to now with the way the team is because they're winning and they're trying.
I spoke about ownership. You did mention the team. You didn't mention ownership once.
Okay, so you look at the ownership. You can say that the last window, then there's a valid reason to criticise them. I don't just look at one window. I'm very much more long-term in my thinking. And they've put every player on that pitch today and every player that's on the bench was put there and paid for, and every player that was injured today. They've put together a really amazing squad. So I'm not in a position yet that I'm going to start saying, out with the Cronkies.
Thank you very much.